IMConscious. Now what?
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Hold it. What you talking about, doctor?
Peace and love, soul group. Peace and love. Welcome to another episode of I'm Conscious Now What? And it feels good. Feels good to be here. Kind of running the old platform. I miss this platform. The way we start with the music. You know, I'm so spontaneous now. You never know what to expect from me. But it feels good to be back on a Wednesday. And today, I also did something that I know was profound. We started the show off at 11:11 today. And that was it's just the way it happened. When I pushed the button, it was 11:11. And today, it's going to be a little, we just don't let the energy flow today, because today I want to do something. I want to change the energy. I really want to start utilizing the energy on this platform, the ability that we have to connect with souls. I want to kind of take it to a higher level and frequency to utilize some of the energy that we have. And so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to attempt to do it. I'm going to do it today. I am actually going to bring on just what we would call in this physical form, you know, just an ordinary person that I have had contact with and communication with. And this individual actually got a chance to live in with me and my wife. And I'm going to attempt to get her on the platform today, just so you can feel some of the things that she is experiencing, taking the journey by the hand, being her multi-dimensional self. She has an incredible story, and I've never done this before. Usually on the show, you know, we bring in what we would call experts and different guests, but I just want to do something totally different. I want to start bringing people on I'm Conscious Now What? Just, you know, what we would call ordinary people, and give them the platform and really help them to heal with all of this collective energy that we have. You know, we have a lot of people who know who they are that's connected to this platform. And I just want to start utilizing it for a healing purpose also. Not saying that we don't do that, but I want to put some of these souls on the platform where we can see them, so we can feel their energy and let them tell their stories and what they're going through and the pitfalls that they're having. You know what I mean? We're going to get right to the point. We're not going to let them just ramble and, you know, have pity parties. You know, if you want to be healed, and if you want to, you know, let some of these things out that's been haunting you for years and years, if you've been molested, if you've been raped, if you're struggling, really struggling, and you want to bring this, like what we call it, out of the closet and bring it on the platform, we could do this live collectively, and we could have a lot of great, beautiful energy, light beings connect to you and help you alleviate some of this collectively. Okay, so I sent her a link. I don't know if she understands how to get on one of these live streams. So I'm gonna let a couple more people get into the room. But this is going to be special. I could just feel this right now. This is going to help so many people. Okay, because the people who really need the healing, sometimes they just won't call in because of fear. I don't want everyone to hear, you know what I mean? So I have a very beautiful being who is just what we would call an ordinary walking, talking individual with abilities out of this world that some she doesn't understand, right? And she wants to tell her story, and she wants to begin the process of healing and understanding some of these abilities that she has and use these abilities to raise the level of consciousness one soul at a time. So that's where I came up with this will be the first of many of one-on-one soul healings. We connecting as a soul group. Okay. And if I don't have to use the phone line, I'll let some of you call in if you want to add your perspective to the conversation. So she just sent me a message saying how to get on the live stream. So I might have to call her live and just bring her on the phone line. Let me see. Hello.
Hey.
Oh, so you call live. You're live on the air right now.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure I downloaded it right.
Okay. So I got you on the phone line. We're live on IMConscious. Now what? We're utilizing the phone line. And I just told them a little bit about you. I'll just call her what I always call her, ladies and gentlemen. I call her Brit. So Brit, welcome to IMConscious. Now what?
Thank you.
And I just want to say, Brittany, I really appreciate your courage and your will and desire to just take this big leap. You know, this will be a big leap, but I will promise you this. After today, when we connect all of this energy around what you're putting out, you're going to see drastic, because this happened to me, drastic changes in your abilities to walk and talk like the multidimensional being you are. So, Britt, what I want to allow you to do right now, Britt, can you hear me, Britt?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. What I want to allow you to do now is just introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them a little bit about you and tell them about, you know, some of the experiences that you're having being this multi-dimensional being. And then I'll kind of grab it and steer you in the right direction so we can get to the meat and potatoes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Stop me if I keep running on.
Oh, I will.
I'll have a platform. I might not stop talking.
That's okay. Go ahead. I got you. Just introduce yourself and let them know who you are, where you from, and all of that good stuff. And then we'll dive into this healing session.
Okay. So I'm Britt from Detroit. I am an Afghan Army war veteran. I'm 30 and I just retired. I had some situations that occurred when I was overseas that allowed me to retire early. I think that I became, I guess, awakened during my time overseas. And for anybody that served and maybe served in a war zone, you see stuff over there that you've never seen before. And once I saw all of this and I became aware of what was going on, I feel like I couldn't close my eyes. So it's kind of where I am now, on this journey of learning and teaching myself what to do with the knowledge that I now have.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Now, Britt, I'm just going to kind of guide you along this, and it doesn't have to be in, you know, any certain format, but we really want to get to the meat and potatoes of this. Now, okay. In some of our previous sessions, like I told you, ladies and gentlemen, before, I have done 2 kind of one-on-one, not my usual, I don't call them coaching sessions because I'm not a coach. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I just call them energy exchange. Me and Brittany has exchanged energy a couple of times. She was a live-in in my house with me and my wife. She was here for 30 days and she got a chance to feel the energy around the house. Brittany, could you just elaborate on that experience and some of the things you got out of that experience living in this house and what it was like for you being here?
Sure. When I came into the house, I should say the energy that I brought with me in the house was what I was trying to escape. And the vibes and the energy that you all have in there is so positive. It was hard for me to stay in that dark, empty space, or I don't even know what the right word to call it, I was sitting in. It was kind of like a constant battle with me having to accept my truth. Because before, I didn't like what was going on here. I didn't know what was going on. So I was trying to kind of run away from it. And I actually thought that by coming to your house, I could run away from it, which was the complete opposite of what happened. And I think maybe feeding off your energy and AC Ruby, I had some first time experiences that I knew I just had to address, and I couldn't run away anymore, I should say.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So when Brittany was brought into the home, she did like a session with my wife because it's divine feminine energy. And basically when she got to the house, her energy was very, very uncertain. It was very sporadic. She had attachments, entities that were attached to her that followed her to my home. I remember when we were sitting at the table, Britt, when you said that the individual was standing next to you, and then I tuned in on it. It wasn't as vivid for me. I more feel energy than visually seeing it. I can see orbs and things out my peripheral, but Brittany has this gift. Well, not a gift, ability. Okay, that, and we're going to get into that, but I'm just guiding you guys into this gradually, where she can see entities. I mean, vivid. I mean, they're there. I call it bleeding through. Okay. And when she got to the house, I remember our first conversation, she was saying, you know, I hear all of these different voices calling me, just specifics that you have to hear to have this much clarity to even tell me some of this stuff is going on. Right. And I remember her saying, there's one standing right next to me right now. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And so what I did was I kind of took my awareness, right? Because I'm not seeing this, I didn't see it. But when I zeroed in on the area where she said the entity was, I could feel it because I thought it was her energy. That's why I said her energy was kind of sporadic. It was like a lot going on in her energy field, but it was actually a being standing there. And so basically what me and Brittany did on a lot of our just basic things was I was trying to get her comfortable with her abilities that she has, because I knew from that point that these abilities aren't going away. So either you run from the abilities, right? You let the abilities get the best of you and you give up. Some people hit the reset button when they're hearing voices and seeing things, or you just become accepted, let it envelop you, and use these abilities to raise the level of consciousness for other people. Okay, because what I was getting from Brittany it was people that was reaching out to her. She has this connection to the non-physical realms where she can actually see the dead, what we call the dead. And I know a lot of people. Ryan Cropper is another one that can see the dead. Okay, and she has things that she needs to do with these connections and utilize these connections for the good of the ascension of the souls that are all ascending. Okay, so Brittany, now how long have you had these abilities?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How long have you had these abilities to not only hear the voice, but actually see the entities in your, what I call your walking state?
Since I was 5.
Since you were 5?
I first started seeing them when I was 5 years old.
Okay, and do you remember the first type of entities that you saw when you were young as a child?
Actually, it came through. So, do you remember the toy, the speaking face, where you would pull the lever and then it would go, the cow goes move? Do you remember that? It's like farm animals.
Yeah.
You pull the lever and you get the sound.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was happening was that I was sitting on my bed. I was playing with my toy. I would pull the lever and I would hear the cow. Now, when I did not pull the lever, I would still hear someone. And I was taking a toy and I was flipping around. And I'm like, oh, something's wrong with my toy. Maybe my battery's going out. And that kept happening to me for about a week. So I pulled this lever and I would hear a regular person's voice. So it was almost as if something or someone used this toy, perhaps I was a child, to communicate with me. So I'm sitting on my bed one night and I said, let me pull this lever. When I pulled the lever, I didn't hear the animal voice. I heard this person. And then I saw someone sit on my bed. And that was the first time I had an experience. And ever since then, it's never gone away.
Okay.
It just actually becomes more vivid as I get older.
Okay, cool. So now let's go back to that first experience, because what I always do when I'm trying to learn some of these abilities is I always go back to the origin of me identifying the abilities that I have. Does this make sense? Like the first encounter, you know what I mean? Because some of the encounters, first encounters, a lot of them are very emotional. But in this case, with yours, your first encounter was just kind of weird, but it was this individual didn't try to scare you or chase you. It was just there, right? Okay. Go ahead. You can elaborate.
Oh, yeah. During the earlier years, none of these encounters were ever fearful. And honestly, I didn't, because I was a kid, I thought everyone experienced this. I thought everybody heard voices. I thought everybody had what I call an imaginary friend. I thought everybody had a ton of people in their head. So I communicated with them, not knowing. Right. Now it's something I have to work on. But as a kid, I just did it subconsciously. So I communicated with them. We played together. I took them with me. I heard them. They were everywhere I was. So I never thought it was anything negative. These voices did not become negative until I came home from Afghanistan. That's where it started to get dark and deep. And I started to see people who I didn't know had good intentions or not with me.
Okay. Now, this is where I want to pick up, ladies and gentlemen, because just on my journey, a lot, what I call bleeding through is when you can see into the non-physical realms. And this can happen a lot of different ways. It can happen from near-death experiences, right? It can happen from trauma, you know, just something very, very trauma to you. It can happen from fear, something really scary, like horror, terror, you know, can actually have you to have an outer body experience where you cross over and you experience some of these realms that I'm talking about, or entities. There's a lot of different ways, but in this particular case with Brittany, and I'll just tell the story a little bit, Brittany, and then I'll let you catch up on the experiences, right? Okay, so Brittany, not only she joined the armed forces, and peace and love to everybody that's ever joined the armed forces, but you talk about brainwashing, you talk about downloading a lot of programs that really are just, if you want to use that word, inhumane. It makes you very, very numb. But just joining the military itself in these times is a task in itself. There's a lot of repercussions and a lot of things that a lot of these soldiers have in common when they come back from wars, because they see a lot of things that we as average citizens, we can't even imagine goes on. And so, Brittany, you had not only did you go through the wars, but you also did something while you were out of the United States. Could you elaborate on something that you participated in when everything started changing for you? Could you tell us what happened and what you experienced when you left the United States in the military? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay. Cool. Okay. Please share.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to think of, words have emotions attached to them, and
just let it flow for now. Whatever you're feeling now is cool. Just let it flow.
Okay. So part of my job, without going into too much detail, was to kind of aid in the healing and death process of people. So I saw a lot of people at the hospital, saw a lot of dead bodies, saw a lot of people on the side of the road, saw a lot of people badly injured. So I was always there to kind of aid in their spiritual journey, or just to kind of aid in their spiritual religious needs. So that was a lot for me to process. I went from never seeing a dead body or anyone too sick in my life to living and breathing and seeing every day that I woke up and went to sleep. And this was troubling me. Also, being there and realizing that the war we was fighting was illegitimate, and that so morally I struggled a little bit. And just the pressures of not being able to be who I was and just having to be a soldier 24/7 was really, really getting to me. So people were putting, I guess I wasn't the only person going through this. And if you can kind of ask someone without specifically saying, hey, something is bothering me. So I got connected with a soldier from Scandinavia. And he invited me to what I thought, which is kind of like in the Army, we call it a smoke out. It's just like a session where there's no holds bars and you just kind of get everything off your chest in privacy without ranks or anything. So I thought I was just going to one of those sessions where I could just, get this off my chest freely and be who I was. And when I was talking to him before the session started, and I was saying, hey, I got stuff bothering me. I'm stressed out. I can't talk to my chain of command. Can you help me? And he kept saying, I got something that'll fix your mind. You'll see clearly. That's what he kept saying. You'll see clearly. And I'm thinking he means in the physical form. So I'm saying, oh, I can see fine. I wear glasses. I can see fine. It wasn't until I got there and realized what he was talking about. It was this tent. And once you get in there, you take your rank off. It's people from all branches of the military and across the world. It wasn't just America over there. By the way, everybody got their hands in this war. So people took their name tags off and took the rank off. Some people took their tops off, what we call it jackets. People took the tops off. Gave me this tea and a bucket, and you had to have what in the Army we call a battle buddy, which is kind of like what you would call your best friend, your homie, somebody who has your back regardless through anything. So I had one of those. So I brought her with me, and she was supposed to be there to kind of like not participate, but make sure that I was okay, because I guess my body was not going to be prepared, did not know what I was about to go through. So they gave me tea, had this strong smell, and a bucket. The bucket was to vomit in, is because my stomach came unsettled. So when I went into the session, I went without any prejudice, any judgment. I just was so exhausted with fighting what was going on in my mind, what I saw, that I just wanted anything. I was willing to try anything. And I thought this was just regular tea.
Okay, so hold on, Britt. Okay, stop right there, Britt. All right, hold on. Okay, just remember where you are. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring you a little bit closer. Okay, so here's an individual who is literally in the valley of the shadow of death every single day. I mean, just imagine you're going to individuals that's been blown up, individuals, you're seeing dead bodies. You're around death every single day. Every single day. This was her job, to kind of uplift people that either got hurt or she's seeing dead bodies. So she's around this low vibration energy every single day. And because of the trauma, ladies and gentlemen, because of this trauma from war, her abilities that she was experiencing as a child they're on the uproar now, right? Because she's emotional. Her emotional body is out of whack. So she's actually picking up the connection to these souls. Some of them are dead. She's hearing them. Imagine this. She's hearing these bodies talking to her. So imagine looking around, you hearing shit, right? But you looking around and there's nothing there, and you're hearing this. You're hearing this. Trust me, I know exactly what she's talking about. So it got to the point where this shit is out of control. She runs into this guy. He says he can help her to see clearly. She goes to this ceremony, and she said it. Now, for those of you who didn't know, she's at an ayahuasca ceremony. Now, the reason why I stopped her here is because there's so many videos on the internet about ayahuasca and DMT and a lot of different enhancements that can take you to a higher level spiritually. And I would say, yes, for some individuals, this is true. Okay, but there's different strokes for different folks. And the reason why I'm stopping her here, if You don't know who you are and what you are and what you're here to do. I just recommend from some of the stories that I've been hearing that I can't talk about. That's why I love Brittanys so much for jumping on the platform, you know, and really telling the story for what it is without sugarcoating it for clicks and titles and ads. I love you for that. Don't do ayahuasca. Don't do DMT. If you don't know who you are, what you are, and what you're here to, because I'm going to let her continue the story, and she's going to tell you what happened after she experienced the DMT. Go ahead, Britt.
Okay, so I took my boots off and started taking some DMT, and they tell you we were told not to down it, just sip it. Because each I guess sip was stronger than the next. Kind of like when you're drinking alcohol, you take a shot. The first shot is okay, but the more, you know, it gets stronger every time it hits you. So and plus this is my body we were not allowed to have any alcohol or anything like that. So for like almost a year I hadn't had any alcohol. So this hit my body as soon as I took it. So I took the first one and I said, okay. And I took another shot and I said, okay. And I took the third one. By the time I took the third one, I had to lay down. And I closed my eyes. And when I closed my eyes, I physically saw myself talking to myself, basically telling me, don't worry, you're okay. It's almost like it was giving me the freedom to explore or to take in what my mind was about to see. And I was instantly flooded with God. Like all these things that I had questioned over the years that happened to me, stuff that I thought happened to me that I couldn't remember. I remember there was a time that I thought I got raped and I couldn't remember. I saw that image.
So like a life review.
What?
You saw like a life review. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. Continue.
Whatever question or you have on your mind at the time when you take the drink is what you will address. So it's like it puts you right there in that emotional state. So if you're trying to, well, for me, I was trying to
get away.
Understand what I was saying.
Yeah, you were trying to like clear your mind and be free, but this magnified the issues and things that you were dealing
10
with.
times.
Okay, cool.
10 times.
Okay,
so
continue.
The voices that I thought I was hearing, the people who I thought I was seeing, the souls that I thought I was seeing, I was seeing them. I saw them so vividly. So vividly. I mean, so vividly. Yeah. I even think that I saw ahead of time, knowing that we were still going to be in Afghanistan 5 years after I left, and how we're back there right now. I saw that.
Wow.
I saw people who had passed away in my family. I saw them. I saw myself doing things that I didn't know, or I couldn't remember, or I thought I did. There were times in my life where I used to say I felt like I was disconnected to reality, like I couldn't tell if I was here, if I was there. I saw these things because I was there before. And after you take the ayahuasca, you're supposed to come back for another session. I didn't do that.
Okay.
And I think that by not doing that, I haven't been able to. I mean, I told you, Derek, maybe you could put in a better word.
Okay. So let me just, yeah. Because what we're sharing, ladies and gentlemen, we're sharing intimate parts of, I don't call them social coaching sessions because I don't look at it like I'm a guru or nothing. Energy exchanges. Me and Brittany exchange energy because at that particular time, I was probably, me and my wife was the only souls that she knew that would kind of understand what she was going through. You know what I mean? You imagine trying to carry all of that, you know, for years. You know, these are the type of people that the government would just throw in a crazy home and medicate them. Okay. So this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to bring her on the show and bring other people's on our platform to give them a platform so where they can connect to other beings that this is normal for, because what she just said is normal to me. I've been experiencing this for a long time. So what happened with Brittany, and this is why I tell people, not that I'm trying to tell people what to do is because you know how when Brittanys said she came out of her body and she could see her physical body, so that's a what we call astral projection or out of body experience. Okay, I've been doing that since I was 5 years old. I just have more understanding of that. So Brittanys' higher self actually told her, "Don't worry, you're gonna be okay." Right? That was her higher self that she heard. A higher version of herself was looking down at a lower version, which we call the physical body. That was her higher self. Okay. But here's the thing. Like Brittany said, if you're struggling with accepting seeing orbs or hearing voices or bleeding through, if you haven't made it to the point in your life where you say, okay, this is who I am, I can't shut this off. Okay, because you got individuals that want to shut it off. You see what I'm saying? And then you have individuals that don't even know what it is, right? And then you have individuals that want to know how to strengthen or master or, you know, adapt to these abilities. So you got all different kind of folks with all different kind of experiences, but they all accept or are dealing with these experiences in different ways. So in Brittany, we're going back to Brittany. Brittany at that time wanted to just shut her shit off. Okay. So the last thing she would have wanted to do was take a sip of ayahuasca, because like you just heard her say, it magnifies whatever you hearing or going through. Ayahuasca actually rips you away from your ego, which she experienced, which was the out-of-body experience. It rips you away from your ego and it puts you in a frequency of where it's like a life review. It's like you're viewing everything that you've ever attached emotion to, whether it was good, bad, or right or wrong. It's right there. So it forces you to deal with it. It forces you to make a decision. What do you want to do with this? What do you want me to do with that? You know what I mean? So and the reason why I brought it on, because ayahuasca and DMT is like alcohol on the internet now. It's mainstream. You hear all of these stories, all of these videos, right? And I'm not knocking both of them I think are great, depending on the person and the situation that they're in, right? And their emotional ability to be able to receive this, because it's polarity in this. Just like it could take people to a higher level of consciousness and they cool and they're like, woo, man, if you're not ready for it, it could be the total opposite of horror. What you call problems and things magnifies. And just if you're listening to what Brittany is saying, it was so bad. I don't want to use bad. It was so different for her that she decided not to follow back up with it. Okay. So from that point, Brittany, I want you to tell us why you decided not to follow up with it and some of the things that you're experiencing up to date right now. And then we'll take it from there and get into the soul connection and the further your healing.
I decided not to follow up with it because I just wasn't ready for that. I was not ready. And I also was not at a place where I felt like I could handle it. I still had to go to work. I still had to go back to the stuff that I did that was bothering me. I still had to go back to the energy, the vibrations that were around me. I still had to go back and to aid the sick. So I didn't think that I could be able to just handle it there. I wasn't ready. It was too much. It was too much for me. It was too much for me. And I didn't know. I didn't know what to do with it. So the only thing that I could think of was to get away from it.
You start running even further. So you start running even further, but now what was once you just hearing things, you know, just a little agitation, now it's been amplified 100-fold. So now you're running with even a stronger connection to the non-physical realms and these entities. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we're gonna move ahead. Okay. So now you get out of the military, right? You get you for whatever reason you got out of the military. Now you're back home. Could you tell us a little bit about your journey when you got home and some of the things that you've been dealing with up until now? And then we're going to go into the connection. I'm going to connect with you if you allow me. And we're just going to do some soul healing live. Okay.
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 So before I left, I thought of myself as very bubbly, super outgoing. I didn't even curse or swear before I joined the military, and I swear all the time. But I just thought of myself as this playful, youthful energy. When I came back, I felt heavy. I felt like I brought back so much with me. On the surface, I was doing everything supposed to. I got a house, I got a car, I had a relationship. But when I was home by myself, I would be flooded with these, I guess, people who died while I was over there. The voices were so strong. I was using alcohol to try to dull them, which that didn't work. It only made them stronger.
Right.
I mean, I didn't sleep. Wherever I went, at work, the gym, the grocery store, it was always someone there with me. I feel like whatever I discovered in Afghanistan, I brought it back home with me.
Okay. All right. Okay, Britt. So what we're going to do now, live. Now, this might be a little weird for you because this is your first time probably doing it this way. The other times we are connected, I was always in your presence. So the energy might be a little stronger. But what I want you to do right now is I just want you to take 3 deep breaths and exhale. Okay. 3 deep breaths. Three deep rhythmic breaths. And if you can, I know it sounds like you got a young lad next to you. Is there any way that because he's picking up on our frequency and you'll hear him go high and low. He's picking up on the energy. Is he like tied to your shoulder right now? If so, we'll deal with it. If so, can he is there any way you can put him down?
I can walk away.
Okay, walk away so we don't have distractions. Because it'll be hard. It's already hard connecting over technology, but when you have distractions, it's like.
Okay, maybe I thought I could walk away.
We'll just go with it. But I really want you to focus, okay? I really want you to focus.
Okay.
All right, just block him out if you can. Just block him out, okay? And take 3 deep breaths. Okay, and take the breaths kind of in the phone so I can hear the breaths with you because I'm gonna pick up on your breathing.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up on your breathing and connect to your breath with you. Okay, you ready? Okay, go.
Okay.
Okay, Brittany. Okay, Brittany. Okay, Britt, you're gonna have to move him away from the phone because I'm connected to you now, but it's very, very choppy. It's very, very difficult with the distractions. Just do your best to try to play it off with him, or just do your best.
1 second. Let me put him down. Okay. 1 second.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. This is live, so these are the type of things. Okay, you back?
1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Okay, cool. So now we got to do it again because I lost you. 3 deep breaths, and when you breathe, can you listen? Allow me to hear your breath so I can connect to your breath to life. Okay. 3 breaths now while it's quiet. Let's go now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Brittany, I'm connected to you. Now, I'm going to send some energy your way. All I want you to do now is focus on my voice. You hear my voice. This is my voice. This is my voice from my throat chakra. And now I am going to send you energy from my throat chakra. This is my voice. Here comes the energy. Let me know when you feel me, Britt.
Okay.
Can you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay, we're connected. All right. Hold the connection, focus. And I want you to tell me once again what you experienced the other night with the white light. Visualize the white light and tell me what you see now. I see the white light. Explain this white light. What do you see?
Okay, so I'm laying down, got my eyes closed, and I see a white light hovering over my right eye, almost as if someone was shining a flashlight in my face, and it stayed on the right side for a long time. And I was so sleepy, it took me a while to open my eyes. I opened my eyes and then moved to the left side, and I could still see it. And I closed my eyes, and it got warm, and it got really warm, and it almost felt like it was pulling me, or it wanted to take me. If that makes sense, it felt like it felt magnetic.
Okay. Okay. Now, this white light, what I'm getting from this white light is you're being contacted. Okay. Which is contacted. You're being contacted.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is where my abilities hit a crossroad. All right. And this is why I wanted you to come on live, because there are souls connected in our soul group that can go way past my abilities. Right. I just use my throat chakra here. Right. You're being contacted. Okay. I don't know from who or it or where it's coming from. It's nothing to fear, but you're being contacted. Okay. Because this white, here's the confirmation that is coming from your third eye chakra. Okay. Because when you open your eyes, you can see the white light, correct?
Correct.
And when you close your physical eyes, you can still see the white light, correct?
Correct.
All right. So what I want you to do is, right, now you know, how did this white light make you feel? Just go back. How did you feel?
I felt, I want to say anxious, but not frightened.
Okay. Now remember the feeling. Remember the feeling. Pull up that feeling right now. Pull up that feeling. Remember the white light. Now remember the feeling. Pull it up. Let me know when you pull it up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now visualize the white light. Bring the white light back. Let me know when you see the white light. You see the white light? You feel the feeling?
Yes.
Okay, connect them together. Blend them as one. Blend them as one. Let me know when you're done. Don't fight it. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. It's natural. Hold on to the feeling. Visualize the light.
Okay.
Okay, repeat after me. I am open to receive. You can think it or say it. Think it. Don't say it. Think it. Hold a connection. Think it. Hold a connection. Whatever you have for me, I am open to receive. Breathe. Breathe. Hold a connection. Whatever you have for me, I am open to receive. And whenever you're ready, begin to share the information that is coming through this connection. Just let it flow. Whether you understand it or not, just let it flow whenever you're ready. I'm open.
Water.
I'm open to receive. Whatever you get, it's okay. Whatever you get, water. I'm open to receive whatever you may have from this connection. Don't forget to breathe. Do you still have the connection, Britt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Getting anything?
I just have water and like someone standing. I was looking down at the water, like on top of the water.
Okay. That's good. Okay, so just wait. See,
it's just a figure. I can't tell.
Okay, let's not talk a lot because we'll lose the connection. Okay, this is a little more difficult because we're on technology and I have to talk more because I can't feel you as strong as I could feel you if you were in my presence. So that's good. You're getting visuals. That's good. So from your higher self, you are looking down at water. Okay, can you see any reflections in the water? Is the water calm? Is the water choppy? What do you see right now? Just let it flow. Breathe. What are you seeing? What are you connected to?
It's calm.
It's calm. Good, good, good.
Mm-hmm.
Connect to the calmness of the water. See, this isn't spooky. This isn't scary. This white light was connecting you to the stillness of the water. How does this space feel to you right now? How does it feel? Is it calm?
It's
How does it feel? What are you feeling now?
Euphoric.
Okay, we got to go deeper. That's too broad. Is it a space where you can sit and rest when the world is kicking your ass? Is it one of those spaces? Is there curiosity there? Is it anticipation of what's next? What are you experiencing? We see calm water.
It's almost like I should go into the water.
Okay, go into the water. Go into the water. Go into the water. See through the water. What do I mean by go into the water? Allow your consciousness to focus on the water. Go into the water. Breathe. Go into the water. When you connect with the water, let us know what you see or feel.
Okay.
What do you feel?
It's going from darker to lighter.
So you're going deeper. Are you going deeper into the water? Is the water light changing based on the depths of the water, or is it just changing on its own?
Yes, it's changing, but it's getting lighter.
It's getting lighter. Okay, continue to connect to that, to the lighting or the texture of the water. Are you okay? So you're seeing this. You still have a visual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now how do you feel? How do you feel by this water changing, going from dark to light? How do you feel? Not
I was like, I don't know which direction to go.
Okay, well, just let it flow. Don't decide. Don't try to control it, right? You got a lot of distractions right now, so this is very hard, but you're doing good. You're doing good. You got a lot in trying to interrupt and break this connection. Number one, the little child. So, but don't try to take control of the flow of the water. Just focus on it. Watch it. Observe it. But what I want you to be conscious of is how you feel towards the responding of the water. Okay, don't try to control it. How do you feel from the water going from dark to light? Does it change your feeling? Does it change your frequency? When it's darker, do you feel heavier? When it's lighter, do you feel lighter? Feel it. And breathe. You got to breathe. Breathe. You're not breathing. Are you still connected?
I'm not.
Okay, so let's just terminate this one for now. But ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are listening to this live, what I was kind of wanted Brittany to experience. Number one, we went back to visual that she had. When did you first have the visual of the light, Britt? That was a while. 3 days?
It was Friday.
Okay. So the first thing she did was she went back. Okay, Britt, I'm gonna turn you down for a minute, Britt. The first thing she did, ladies and gentlemen, was she went back to an event that happened like 2 days ago. Okay, and this is what we have to do. The time is linear. The only reason why you call time is because you have a physical device that you can look at, which kind of dictates what you should be doing. This is what time does. Time controls you. But in consciousness, time is linear. We prove this over and over again. What I did was I guided her back to the light first, because that's the visual that she saw, right? She had that visual. So once she connected to the visual, you notice I would always ask her, and a lot of people aren't conscious to this, how did you feel from the light, right? And so she spoke it. So once she spoke how she felt, because that's her energy, we focused on the feeling to instantly, whatever feeling she was feeling from the time I brought her into that present moment of how she felt from that experience, she instantly went right back to how she felt when she saw the light. Okay. So once you connect to the light and to how you felt, then you merge those two energies together. And once that happens, you're back right in that space from when that initially happened in our perception or our illusion of time. Okay. Now what I was trying to do was to get her to start where she left off and go deeper. You see, the only reason why we couldn't do it on this live call is because she's preoccupied with a young soul who's feeling the energy. See, little babies can feel energy. They're more sensitive to energy than we are. So it's hard enough doing it over technology, but with all of the distractions and things, it's just it'll be impossible to try to get it. We'll just be an ego, because she had, as you see, she had lost her connection. Britt, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, cool. And Britt, I really, we'll get back together and we'll connect in person, and we'll just further where you left off with the light. Now, is that the last experience that you've had, like in the non-physical realms? Was it the light? Was that the last big thing?
You mean since that day?
Since the light. Yeah, since the light. That's the major thing with the light, Friday.
Yeah, that's the major one. Yes.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel right now?
Honestly, just kind of uneasy,
Okay.
but
Why?
not afraid.
No,
I guess.
don't justify it. You feel uneasy, right?
Yeah.
Now stay with me. Okay. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel uneasy? Go to the feeling, go to the uneasy feeling, and track back what is causing you to be uneasy. Let's get this one out of the way live.
Not knowing. Not knowing. Just period.
Okay.
Not knowing.
Okay, stop. Okay. You feel uneasy from not knowing, right? From not knowing, right?
Uh-huh.
Now my question is from not knowing what? Be specific. Be specific. Not knowing what?
What my role is.
Okay. All right. So not knowing what your role is causes you to feel uneasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you a multidimensional being?
Mm-hmm.
Have you accepted that?
Yes, I have.
Have you accepted the role? It's hard, Britt, but I'm hanging in there with you. Have you accepted the role? That's okay. Hey, we transparent. Have you accepted the role of being a multidimensional being, or do you know what that role is? It's different for a lot of different people. The role of being a multidimensional being for me is I can perceive and accept things in unlimited ways. I don't have to, it doesn't have to be one way for me. Just do what it do. I'm open to receive. So that's meaning you're open to connect to the universe and play out this game of life with endless and many different perspectives, possibilities. You're connected to endless possibilities. Do you agree with that?
Yep, I agree.
Okay, so you could have endless possibilities happen in this present moment right now. Are you open to receive that?
Yes.
Okay, so take 3 deep breaths and tell me how you feel afterwards. 3 deep breaths. And using your telepathy, speak, I'm a multi-dimensional being. I'm a multi-dimensional being. And I'm open to receive. And I'm open to endless possibilities. Did you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Not a trick question. It's not a trick question. You got to get your ego. How do you feel? You said you felt that. How do you feel?
I think the word appropriate. But yeah. Released? I don't know.
How do you feel?
That's how I feel.
Oh, I missed the word. I'm sorry. I missed the word. How do you feel?
Huh?
How do you feel? I missed the word. I'm sorry.
Released.
Relief. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Okay. So now why do we do that? What I'm teaching you is how to mind hack yourself. What I'm trying to give you is what I call triggers. Because we all go through this. Okay. Anytime you're in an energy, right? Where you don't like how it feels, or you feeling confused, or you just need to reset. I call this centering. All you have to do is take 3 or 4, how many breaths, however many breaths it needs for you to get into that zone. Use your telepathy and say, I am a multi-dimensional being. I am open to receive. And instantly your frequency changes to a neutral frequency to where you're open to receive something new. Are you with me? Something new. You see what I'm saying? So all that old shit instantly is alleviated from your awareness. It's still there now. When we get deeper, I'll show you how to get rid of it. But you're open to receive. So what is your awareness? What is your conscious? It's ready. It reset. You're open to receive. You can put whatever you want to put in this space. It's your mind. Whatever. So what I do is when I say I'm open to receive, and I got this from Brother Bubba, if I'm by a tree, man, I just go grab a tree, something non-human. You know what I mean? And I just piggyback that, you know? Because usually we're too caught up in the physical attributes of 4 density. We're too caught up, and we need to reset. We need to start over. So you can hug a tree, you can hug a pet, or if you have something that you've already saved in your mind, you can pull up one of those. You know, I always pull up when I saw my wife walking down the aisle when we're getting married. That just instantly, if I can center and get to that, I don't care what I'm going through. I can instantly connect to that moment when I was just in bliss and in love and I can just go there. Okay, we don't have to sit in these energies. If you feel uncertain, higher self, give me clarity and breathe. And don't say it. The only reason why we're talking now is because we're live. We got an audience. You feel me? Don't use your mind. Use your mind. Think it. See, when you think, it manifests faster in mind. A lot of people don't understand that. When you think something, it hits your mind faster than when you say, I think I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? Think of I'm an asshole. Oh, you'll get a feeling thinking you're an asshole a lot faster than saying it. It's kind of, some people know what I'm saying. So when you get in those situations to where you're just not balanced, you're not centered, your energy body might be over here, your emotional body might be over here, and your physical body might be somewhere else. All you have to do 9 times out of 10, and there are some cases where it gets a little more complex, center, change your own energy, reconnect with something that you enjoy connecting to, and just start over. I call it the reset. Just reset or center. And listen, I center 30 or 40 times a day. I just keep it real. And it's not anything verbal that I'm doing. I'm not like at Walmart, like, oh shit, and people looking at me. No, it's mental. I just breathe. And I just feel better. Okay. And when you get in a habit of doing that, Britt, you got these places of clarity in mind. You know what I mean? And it's just like starting over. And this is what so many it's just the fundamentals of being consciousness. Sometimes we want to be so guru-ish and so greater than the next man. We forget about the basics. The basics is just centering when you get out of alignment and being conscious of your thoughts, which you are. And I see your growth. You are very conscious of how you feel. No, I'm sorry that. You're very conscious of the energy that you're sitting in. Okay. What I want you to work on now is because you're still taking it like it's a trick question. When I asked you how you feel, spit it out. You give your ego too much time to change your shit. You know what I'm talking about? You start analyzing too. That's ego. That's ego. When I say, how do you feel? It's not a trick question. Just spit it out before the ego gets a chance to analyze it and pull up shit and attach it to the space that we're in now. That's like a natural thing when you're, you know, right where you are, because you're bleeding through sometimes, and then you're in 4th density sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Which is you in a good little spot. You know, you're in a good little spot, and just know we love you here. And there's a lot. I want you to go over to our Facebook group right after this live stream and start connecting. Just put a post, and I'm conscious now what the group, because I'm gonna be kicking this off a lot. I think what you're doing is opening up a door where a lot of souls are gonna come through this same door that you're coming through. And I'm gonna take a vow, right, to all of the individual souls that contact me, and you are ready to open up your heart and change. and are willing to change and take the necessary steps. It ain't no certain way we do it, right? I got a whole team. I got Brother Don. I got so many people that'll help you guys, and we'll put you on live and let you tell your energy to the soul group, and you will begin to heal and grow at the speed of thought, not light, not sound, but the speed of thought. I think you're very brave to do what you're doing today, and I send you nothing but peace and love. And I know the soul group is sending you love now. So just do this. When we get off this live stream, okay, go over to our Facebook group and just say, hi, I was Britt. I was live on IMConscious. Now what? And just say, I'm open to receive. I'm open to connect, and start connecting with people who souls that understand you, that can pick up, you know, where I left off. Because I'm telling you, we got some amazing people. And I'm conscious now. What? I'm just the throat chakra. I just push the buttons and make sure we go live. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I am. And I would just recommend it from here. Connect with Brother Don. Just go over to the group and say, hey, Brother Don, you know, Brother Derek told me to connect with you and link up with him and do an energy exchange with Brother Don, so you can really, you know, clear out some of that unnecessary stuff, you know. He good at that. So you can really start, you know, with just you, which you're used to being with yourself alone. I like that. I like that. There was no fear with you being by yourself, experiencing this. That's a great leap right there, because most people that I talk to, they scared to close their eyes in the dark. So you okay. Yeah, you're laughing. You in a great space. You're meditating with a baby crying in your ear. This is the real live shit we doing here. This is why I wanted to do this. You are focusing and breathing with a baby crying in your ear, because this is the real world. These are the times when we're going to have to be able to turn in and connect, when everything around us is chaotic. So that's why I wanted to do this live. And the more we do this live with the variation of souls in different circumstances, you'll see the healing and the connection get stronger and stronger, because you help so many people today. You don't know it yet, but just by you being brave and coming on here and saying, look, this is what I'm dealing with. I'm seeing shit. I'm hearing shit. I went overseas. I've drunk this shit. Now, I don't know why I drunk it, but I drunk it. Here I am. It's souls waiting to talk to you now that can help you even more so than I can. It's not an ego thing with me. I'm just creating a door with you that we both open. And now I just ask you to walk through the door and accept whatever the universe sends your way from this day forward. All right, sister?
All right.
All right. Peace and love. I love you. Thanks for coming on.
Love too.
All right. Peace and love. Peace and love. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've never done anything like that before live. And I feel good about it. It was very challenging with the young lad screaming. But as soon as I understood that these are the things that come up when you're trying to do something like this, you have to be willing to, you know, persevere and just keep trying to connect. So I give her a hand for being able to do what she did today live, you know, for the first time. Now, what I want to do, okay, because see, stuff like this is what drives me. You know, what I want to do is start to open up the platform for individuals, just like we did today. Okay. Now, the only thing I ask, all right, and I don't know, because when you reach out, I'm going to reach out to you. I just ask that you don't waste our soul group's time. Okay. In the illusion of time. I don't want to turn this into, you know, a conscious like Jerry Springer like type show, you know, and we'll know. Don't waste our time. If you have something that you're dealing with and you want to do a live one-on-one soul healing connection, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to start a thread in our Facebook group. If you have not joined our Facebook group, join the Facebook group. We got some beautiful people over there. I'm going to start a thread. All you have to do is connect to the thread that I start in the Facebook group. I'm going to pin the thread to the top of the Facebook group. We're going to give this thread priority over all the other things that are going on in the group now. Okay. Why am I doing this? What's my intent? My intent always when I started this group is just to raise the level of consciousness one soul at a time. And I want to do something a little more intimate in our soul group. And that's to help people heal from the things that they're keeping in, that they're not sharing. Okay. I tried to do it with the phone calls, you know, when I used to have people call in, but it went from being intimate to just, just conscious chatter. Conscious chatter and soul connecting and healing are two different things. All right. So if you feel like this is something that you can benefit from, like I said before, I'll be starting a thread or a thread in our Facebook group, and you can just connect. You can connect there. You can say what's going on. I'm going to be reading them every single day, and I'll be pulling souls or individuals right from that thread or thread in our Facebook group. I'm going to bring you on live, and we're going to discuss it live. And sometimes I might have even other people, connecting with you live, because this, like I say, I'll just do what I do. If I can help you, I'll help you. But I'm by far, I'm no guru. I just use certain abilities that I have. And I just try to get people to create this door that they can now open up and walk through and be open to receive whatever the universe sends their way. That's all I'm doing here. Okay. It's already 2:23. I had an amazing experience this morning that I want to tell you guys about, but I can't do it. There's not enough time on this show, so I won't even start it. I'll save it for Sunday. But I had an astral projection that just defies all other astral projections. I did something a little different, and I want to share it with you guys, but it's too long to connect to this show. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the chat real fast. Okay, because we're so deep into this show. I'm gonna go over to the chat and acknowledge the beautiful people that jumped on here with us. I love you guys. So I already see the hearts. Let me just acknowledge everyone that jumped on and attached to this different type of live stream. And let me know if you got something out of this live stream, or if you enjoy this kind of one-on-one where I'm just using the word ordinary people with issues who will agree to come on the show and discuss their issues and their situations with us collectively. If you like today's show, just type in yes in the chat and sing your hearts in the chat, and I'll start acknowledging people now. Kay Richardson, I love you. Thank you for coming on the show. Kay said, I love the vibes of today's show. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Diane Grove, thank you so much for the hearts. Astrid, peace and love to you. Thanks for being here today. All right. Let me keep strolling. They're moving fast. Thank you for the hearts. Echo Stalker, peace and love to you. Thank you so much. Miss J, peace and love. Thank you for being here. Sebastian, peace and love to you, bro. Thanks for being here. Ashley, peace and love to you. Thank you for being here today. Psych Zen is on. Peace and love to you guys. Thank you for being here today. Don't forget, head over to our Facebook group. I'm going to start a thread, and we're going to be doing this a lot more often, giving just, when I say ordinary people, not that you're not a special individuals, don't take this wrong, but just common everyday folks can jump on the platform and just kind of talk out, open up there what's going on in your universe to the soul group, and us collectively, from the energy that we produce here collectively, I can almost guarantee we can change the energy that you're in. I'll just say that, because your perspective of what's going on could be different from ours, but we can change the energy that you're currently in. You know, sometimes when you're by yourself and you hold a lot of stuff in, it's hard to deal with some of this stuff alone. You feel alone. You feel like nobody understands you. You feel like you don't have anybody to talk to. I've been there. Trust me. That's why I started this. And that's why I love you guys so much, because now I have a space to go where people understand me. Where else could you go and talk about lucid dreams and out of body experiences? Where else could this young lady go and say, hey, I see dead people? Where could she say that at? Thank you for the hearts, Jay. Thank you for the hearts, Ashley. Ashley said, great show, made me feel great to know more individuals are doing this with children. Yes, thank you. This was live, raw, uncut. You guys know how I do it. I like to make it as close to what I call real life situations as possible so you can feel it. Okay, the 6 says, love is the only path that doesn't fail you. I agree. That's why there's a saying, never give up on love. Keep chasing it. And true love casts out all fear. All right, so I just want to thank you guys for coming on to the show. I'm about to head over to the Facebook group right now to start that thread over in our Facebook group. The link to our Facebook group is in the description box. If you like this show, hit the like button. If it's your first time here, subscribe so you can get more of the IMConscious Now What platform. I love you guys so much, and I will be exchanging more energy with you guys Sunday. Peace and love. Let me go over to Facebook now.